Hello, hello. We are live, ladies and gents. My name is Saurabh, and in today's solo cast, I will talk about something that a young colleague of mine has told me to talk about. How I am a morning person and the advantages of being a morning person. Before that, let me see if I can get some people online. I am live now in case. Chalo. Okay, so my young colleague told me to talk about how I'm a morning person and why it is a good idea to be one. Okay, I'm going to start with some pop science. I don't have data and facts to validate this. I will talk about things that I remember. I read somewhere that we humans were built over the last, I do not know how many millions and billions of years, and all the 117 billion people that have walked on the earth before us, all of us grew up and built our DNA and cells and physiology to mimic the science, mimic the cycle of the sun. So they call it circadian rhythm or whatever. So what that means is when the sun comes up, we are active and alive and doing more things. And when the sun goes down, we go sleep and we don't do anything. We take that rest. So there has been a millions and millions years of biology and a billion and billion iterations of human race and human gene and human brains to have made us the kind of people who will follow the morning the sun cycle. So what that means is that when the sun goes up, we are automatically active, and I believe that works for me. So I'm not the kinds to say that you cannot be a morning person or an evening person or a night person. Like one of my closest friends is a night person. She is super hyperactive at night, and I love her about that. I love that about her. And then there is people who are super active at like 4 in the morning. And there is a friend of mine. I'm not kidding. I can tell you the name of the person who wakes up at 3:30 in the morning, does his work till about 9, then catches his workout or whatever, and then sleeps for 2 hours and then goes back to work. So there are people who wake up at 3:30 also. So the point being, there are people who have all sorts of cycles that people follow. I follow the morning cycle, so I am the kind who doesn't wake up with an alarm. But without that, mostly I wake up at around 6:30, and that's the structure that I have. That's the time that I wake up normally without any alarm at. And even if I sleep at 11 or 12 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, I wake up at 6:30. So that's the rhythm that I have been able to build. Now, what I love about morning is that everything is very, very, people are just coming to life. The flower is just blooming and the world is waking up and there is empty roads and empty cafes. Look at the Starbucks cafe. It's empty as fuck, man. I can tell the Starbucks people to reduce the volume if I want to. I can occupy a space. Like right now, I'm occupying a big table on a Starbucks. So in the morning, the availability of resources is far, far, far more easier compared to, let's say, when it's peak in the day and when it's night or whatever. Also, what happens in the morning is because your brain and body is very, very fresh, you are more energetic. Like, look at me, I have a fucking spring in the step today, man. And I wanted to like hug Seema and talk to Anmol and talk to Stimita and talk to everybody else around me in like a chatty mood. So morning is what makes me alive, because you have energy. So let's not give opinions. Let's give fact. Fact number one: your body is designed to mimic the sun cycle, circadian rhythm, and we are that. Fun fact two: in the morning, things are a lot empty, and you have a lot more availability and you can do whatever you want to. Fact three, you are more energetic. At least I am more energetic. Fact four, morning, nobody else is woken. So nobody is bugging you. No clients is following up with you. No calls are being made to you for delivery courier boys. There is no OTPs happening. There is nothing to disturb you while you're on your task in the morning. So you can actually focus on what you really want to do, man. And that is what mornings do. This also, by the way, holds true for late nights. And nobody's bothering late at night. But the world that we live in has become wherein all these Instagrams and TikToks of the world are super hyperactive at night, and you are actually distracted a lot while you're on those platforms at night. So I am a big advocate of doing things in the morning because of that. That's the fourth fact. The fifth fact is that once you've achieved three things, like let's say you have ticked off 3 4 boxes. You made a bed sheet, you made a bed, you've got a great coffee, you've made a list of 5 things you want to do, and you have ticked off one of those things. The sense of achievement and the sense of power that you get when you have ticked off is the confidence booster that you need. I won't claim that you don't need a chai or a coffee or a cigarette or a shower to actually get going. What you need is the confidence of having ticked off one key large thing of your to-do list to get active and get streamlined. That is what my largest thing is. Like, I want to tick off 3 things in the morning, and that sets me up for success for the entire day. And that is what I love about my morning. So these are the 4 5 facts that I want to uh, 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 recommend to young people, and if you can adapt them to your life and to your liking and to your kind of a structure, why not? So yeah, this is it for the day, 16th of May. Doing this in the morning. I mean, it's not really morning by any standard. It's already 9, but the fact is that it has become a thing for me to actually wake up in the morning early and get things done. So yeah, this is it. Thank you so much. Here are a couple of requests before I end the video. Request one: if you watched so far, help me get more people, help me get audience. What that means is that can you help me find more folks and who will want to listen to this rant of an old man? That is one. Second thing I want you to do is I want you to uh, suggest things that I can talk about. Like today, I could talk about morning because Srimita told me and gave me an input and gave me a like a very sharp brief. If I had more briefs, I would probably be able to do it better. So these are the two things that I want all of you to come back to me and give me suggestions on. And yeah, this is it for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great day. See you around. Take care. How do I end this? Okay, I end this. Bye.